Real Estate Revealed on Radio 2, brought to you by JustProperty.com.
Our real estate expert, Nadeem, is in studio with us from JustProperty.com. And if you haven't got over there and checked out the website, do so immediately, especially if you're looking to rent or buy. It's an amazing website. Now, every week, Nadeem, you give us some insider information about the property market here in Dubai. Last week, we talked about how search trends have changed the rental market here. What are you going to talk to us about this week?
So this morning, Kenny, we're going to talk about buying. So essentially, there's two ways why you would want to buy. You would want to buy to live in your property. That would be an end user. Or you would buy to rent. That would be an investor. So in the first part, we'll focus more about buying your own property and why right now we should probably consider as factors are very favorable in the market. And the second part, I'll give you a rundown of the best places to buy, the places that have the highest rental yields, which is what most investors are looking into.
All right. Well, right now, I think everyone, in the back of their mind, if you're renting a property, you're thinking, man, it'd be better if I owned this.
Yeah,
right?
I've thought about that.
If I was shelling out cash for something that I own. You thought about that, Dave?
I have definitely thought about it, but I'm not sure. I mean, it's quite a big decision, isn't it?
It is a very big decision. It's probably the second biggest decision in your life. So what we've done actually, we've taken some numbers on JustProperty.com and we've crunched a lot of data.
Okay.
And what it came down to is that in almost 90% of the areas and apartment types or property types, you're better off taking a mortgage and paying a monthly mortgage payment than renting.
No.
And that is true.
Wow.
So
okay.
You're telling me that it's cheaper to be paying a mortgage than it is to rent.
Yes.
That blows my mind.
That's crazy. I don't believe that. I need to do this.
I know. Why
aren't we
you're
doing
thinking
this
about
then?
all the money that you've shelled out for rent over the years, and now you're telling me that I could be working toward owning a property.
It's really, the conditions are very favorable. I'll give you an example, Kenny. So an average one bedroom of, let's say, of 100,000 dirhams a year rent, if you end up taking a mortgage, you could save 2,000 dirhams a month in monthly payments.
That's a lot of savings.
Got to be kidding me.
That is a lot of savings. Yeah.
And that is the case for most of the areas in Dubai. Now, in the more high-end or luxurious properties, the mortgage still barely covers your rental, but then now you're playing on capital appreciation rather than saving on a monthly basis. Okay. But the market is super attractive. There's a lot of banks that are offering really attractive mortgage rates. So if you are on the fence, I invite you to do a little bit more of research and see whether this is something that you'd like to consider.
So if this is the case, one, where were you 4.5 years ago when I first moved here, Nadeem? And two, why isn't everyone buying then? Why is anyone renting?
So that's the thing. So in order for you to buy a property, obviously you need to have a down payment. And right now, the regulation imposes that you can finance up to 75% of the property value, which means you have to have 25% of the property value in savings as a down payment toward your acquisition. And on top of that, you want to add about 7% of other fees like transfer fees, agency fees, and maybe 1% of other fees. So you end up needing about 32 to 33% of the property value in savings.
Okay, so you got to have that up front.
A little bit of money behind you then.
Right there is what kept me from buying.
Yeah,
right
Shane,
now. Because I'm thinking I got about 36 dirham to my name right now. If they went into my savings, they're like, Jones, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Me neither.
All right, well, there you go. If you've got it, it makes sense.
Definitely.
All right, so absolutely. You've told us about buying to live. When we come back, we're going to talk about buying to invest.
Yes,
or to get that property out there for somebody else to rent. So we'll do that when we come back. Hang out, Nadeem. We'll get back with you in a second. Let's look at the roads.
Real Estate Revealed with JustProperty.com. Finding your perfect home is now easier than ever with JustProperty.com. Radio 2. Real Estate Revealed on Radio 2, brought to you by JustProperty.com.
Now, Nadeem from JustProperty.com is blowing our minds here this morning. We talked about buying to live.
Yeah.
And that's when you're not renting your apartment anymore, you're actually purchasing it. The downside, you got to have 30% of that up front, right? Isn't that what we said?
Yeah.
30% up front. However, your mortgage could be 2,000 dirhams cheaper than what you're paying right now for rent. So there's the upside.
Yeah, it is.
So it doesn't make sense why anyone's renting, really, honestly.
It really doesn't.
It's the cash that you don't have up front.
And you end up buying a property, right? Whereas when you're renting, it's an expense that's coming out.
The money's going nowhere, I guess. So how do we work through the numbers so it makes all sense, especially with buying to invest in property in Dubai, right?
Yeah, that's right. So as an investor, the main figure that you're looking at is your rental yield.
Okay.
All right, you got to tell us like we're in third grade, because what is rental yield? Let's start there.
So rental yield is a very simple concept. Like in any investment you make, you expect an annual return. So in real estate or investing in property, rental yield is simply the annual rent that you expect to get from your property divided by the value of the property. So I'll give you an example.
Okay.
A typical one bed in Dubai Marina rents out at 100,000 dirham. And the typical, let's say to simplify, the typical value will be around 1 or 1.3 million dirhams. So that's a rental yield of 100 divided 1 million. That's about 10%.
Yeah, okay.
You getting all that?
I kind of understanding it. It was doing it simply 1,100,000, 10. It's all kind of ones and zeros.
I'm simplifying the figures. Obviously, I'll take you over a rundown of all the rental yields in different areas. Okay. Marina is going to be actually on the middle of the pack, not 10%, around 6-7%. But it'll be a fun game.
So this is an investor's dream right now, this information that you're passing along to the rest of us. If somebody's out there looking to buy, you can tell us. I see you got a sheet there in front of you, and it's got all kinds of amazing colors on it.
Yeah, lots of
so
pretty colors.
That'd be very handy if you were looking for somewhere to buy something at the moment.
That's right, yeah. So what about the highest yields then? Where are the highest yields?
So how about we do this? I'll give you an area, and you tell me whether you think the yield is on the high end or on the low end or middle of the pack.
Okay.
Downtown Dubai, 2-bedroom.
So that's
it's got to be.
I'd say got to be high yield, right?
Yeah.
That's a low yield, actually.
How is that? I thought that's hot property, right?
Yeah, you said.
Downtown Dubai. So it turns out hot properties or high-end properties generate lower yield than more affordable properties, but compared to the city of London, downtown Dubai is 1 percentage points higher than the city of London. So in general, Dubai as a whole, even on the lowest yielding properties, they generate much, much more attractive returns than than London.
Is that a Dubai trend or a Middle East trend? What's going on there? Why so different?
I guess Dubai is just a very generous city.
Yeah, well, that's good. Okay.
It's good to know.
Good to know that Dubai's generous.
Fantastic. All right, so give us another area.
How about JLT 1 bed?
I reckon that's kind of, well, if you said the downtown's low, I reckon that's low, no?
Middle of the pack, 7.2%.
Okay.
Yeah. How about Dubai Land, a studio in Dubai Land?
I guess that's a cheaper area, so maybe that. Am I learning? Is that going to be high?
Yes.
Yay! I got it right, Kenny. I'm learning. All right.
So Dubai Land International City, they reach world records in terms of rental yields. We're talking about 10.3% in rental in gross rental yields.
Right. Cool. So there's another world record.
Nice.
We've got the tallest building. Then we've got these high or low rental
high
yields.
Rental
we want
yields.
the high rental yields if you're investing.
Yes, exactly.
So give us a tip, man. Give us a tip before you go, Nadeem. If someone's looking to buy right now, give us a hot spot. Let us in on it.
Hotspot, International City, Dubai Land, Sports City.
Okay, so somewhere out there, just on the outskirts of town.
Let's go.
That's where you
let's
want
have
to
a look.
Daisy's like, what, in your pocketbook? You're grabbing your handbag and your purse
I was looking at you, Kenny. Come on.
All right, well, there you go. You've got a tip from Nadeem here from JustProperty.com. Nadeem, as always, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me, guys.
And tell everyone where they can connect with you on Twitter if they got some questions or what have you.
The Twitter handle is JustProperty, and the website is JustProperty.com.
All right, there you have it. We'll be back next week to fill us in once again.
Real Estate Revealed with JustProperty.com. Finding your perfect home is now easier than ever with JustProperty.com. Radio 2.